shows Chris Farley drinking a beer in a bar. Norm MacDonald comes into the bar and sits next to Farley. MacDonald, hey, Jimmy, can you buy me a beer? I'm broke. Farley, sure thing, Mitch. Frank, get a beer for Mr. Flying Like an Eagle over here. Phil Hartman is a bartender, places a beer next to MacDonald. MacDonald, I still can't believe that game, you know. With 1:48 left on 3rd and long, to call that defensive holding penalty. I can't believe it. Farley, I told you to go with the Chiefs. John Belushi walks by and says, well, hey, Jimmy, here's the money you won. Most of it coming from your buddy Mitch here. MacDonald, geez, don't remind me, Tim. How did most of your clientele do? Belushi, most of them went with the Eagles, so I had a pretty good day. Hartman brings Belushi a beer. Belushi, how about a toast to gambling? It keeps me afloat and keeps Mitch broke. The three men cheers and drink their beers. MacDonald, a 10-point lead, I tell you. Can't believe they blew it. And hell, I probably would have gone for the Chiefs. If not for Abraham Lincoln coming in here the other day and touting the Eagles. And now he's nowhere to be seen. Belushi, well, at least now he has to dress like an Indian chief. St. Valentine walks into the bar. MacDonald, well, if it isn't the patron saint of getting some ass. What brings you in here, Valentine? St. Valentine, well, today's Valentine's Day, of course, and I just wanted to wet my whistle before I go and enjoy my day. Farley, can you give me any dating tips, St. Valentine? As Hartman brings Valentine a beer, he says, well, don't pull the chick's hair and teeth out, dummy. Just get him some flowers. MacDonald, I can't believe I forgot it's Valentine's Day. The whore I pay for on Tuesdays is going to be heartbroken. I'm broke. Valentine takes out a wad of cash, hands it to MacDonald and says, make sure to be extra romantic with your whore tonight, Mitch. On me. MacDonald, gee, thanks, Mr. Valentine, sir. What makes you so interested in other people's love lives anyway? Valentine, well, I was married to the most beautiful woman, and on this day hundreds of years ago, she became very sick, and I was heartbroken. Her dying wish was that I help other couples on this day find the same love that her and I shared. MacDonald, oh, wow, really? Valentine, no, I'm just fucking with you. I was murdered for helping persecuted Christians, and today is the day I was buried. Farley, then why all the lovey-dovey stuff on the day you were buried? Valentine, in the 1300s, Geoffrey Chaucer wrote some stuff and changed everything I stood for, from helping those less fortunate into a celebration of romantic love. MacDonald, well, why the hell would Geoffrey Chaucer do that? Chaucer walks into the bar and says, to help everyone get laid, even broke men like you who have to rely on horse. And dead from the earth, we're not alive. It's Saturday Not a Lie, starring John Belushi, Chris Farley, Phil Hartman, Jan Hooks, Norm MacDonald, Gilda Radner, Danitra Vance, and with many other special deceased contributors. Musical guest, Whitney Houston, and your host, Abraham Lincoln. Everybody, Abraham Lincoln. Applause, applause, applause. Abraham Lincoln comes out wearing a Kansas City Chiefs hat and says, hello, I'm happy to be here. This is actually my third time now hosting this program. I hosted the fourth episode over a year ago, and 2 days ago, on my birthday, hosted the most recent episode, joining Kobe Bryant, George Carlin, and Martin Luther King Jr. as the only two-time hosts. Bryant, Carlin, and King come out and present Lincoln with his two-timer's leather jacket. Applause, applause, applause. Lincoln: Thank you, gentlemen. And because of a bet I made on the last program, I am here again to host for a third time, joining Kobe Bryant as the only three-time host. Now, per the bet I made with Mr. Joe King, I was required to come out dressed like an Indian chief. But because of political correctness, Mr. King was gracious enough to agree with me that instead of wearing an Indian headdress, I could come out wearing this Kansas City Chiefs hat instead. Lincoln takes the hat off and says, "And hats off to the Chiefs for their amazing victory in the Super Bowl. Mahomes played outstanding, and they deserve to win with their amazing second-half performance." Lincoln puts the hat back on and says, "Anyway, today also happens to be Valentine's Day, so I'd like to wish my wife, Mary Todd Lincoln, a very happy Valentine's Day." Mary Todd Lincoln comes out. Applause, applause, applause. Mary Todd and Lincoln kiss. Chris Farley comes out wheeling out a giant cake. Lincoln: "Oh no, not this again." Farley: "Oh no, Abe. I'm not going to jump out of this cake again. This is for you and Mary for Valentine's Day." Lincoln: "Well, thank you very much, Mr. Fart." Lincoln is interrupted as a scantily clad John Belushi emerges from the cake and sings, "Happy Valentine's Day to you. Happy Valentine's Day to you. Happy Valentine's Day, Mr. President and First Lady. Happy Valentine's Day to you." Lincoln: "Yeesh. I hope I don't have to appear on this program again for a while. Anyway, we have a great show tonight. Whitney Houston is here, so know that I will always love you. We'll be right back."